Let's see what this is all about.
Great, thanks. Mark Lapatsis, Evercore ISI. Thanks a lot for hosting the meeting.
Thank
Really
you, Mark.
appreciate it.
God bless you, Mark.
Jensen, you guys have made some announcements on quantum computing. Can you share with us your view on, how this technology develops over time, what your strategy is, and longer term, pick the time frame, 5, 10, 15 years. What is the difference between what quantum computing will be doing versus the accelerating computing platforms that you have? Thank you.
Sure. Quantum computing can't solve every problem. It's good at small data, big combinatorial computing problems. It's not good at large data problems. It's good at small data problems. And the reason for that is because the way you communicate with a quantum computer is microwaves. And it's, terabytes of data is not a thing for them. And so just working backwards, there are some very, very interesting problems that you could use quantum computers for. Truly generating a random number, cryptography. So these are problems that are small data, big compute. Working backwards, we're a computing company. We're an accelerated computing company. And as you know, we work with CPUs. We obviously build Grace. We're not offended by anything around us. And we just want to build computers that can solve problems that normal computers can't. And so in the case of quantum computing, it turns out that you need a classical computer to do error correction with the quantum computer. And that classical computer better be the fastest computer that humanity can build. And that happens to be us. And so we are the perfect company to be the classical part of classical quantum. And so we working with, just about every quantum computing company in the world is working with us now. And they're working with us in two ways. One, this quantum classical, we call it CUDA-Q. So we're extending CUDA to quantum. And they use us for simulating the algorithms, simulating the architecture, creating the architecture itself, and developing algorithms that we can use someday. And when is that someday? We're probably somewhere between, in terms of the number of qubits, order of 5 orders of magnitude or 6 orders of magnitude away. And so if you kind of said 15.
Just to be clear, he says we need 1,000,000 times more qubits than we have now. So IonQ doing 100 qubits, 5 orders of magnitude, 6 orders of magnitude, that means 6 more zeros. So we got 100 qubits now. We need 100 million qubits. We might get that Christmas Eve, I would say. Christmas Eve 2053.
Years for very useful quantum computers. That would probably be on the creating the architecture itself and developing algorithms that we can use someday. And when is that someday? We're probably somewhere between, in terms of the number of qubits, order of 5 orders of magnitude or 6 orders of magnitude away. And so if you kind of said 15 years for very useful quantum computers, that would probably be on the early side. If you said 30 is probably on the late side, but if you picked 20, I think a whole bunch of us would believe it. But what we're interested in is we want to help the industry get there as fast as possible, and to create the computer of the future, and we'll be a very significant part of it.
Thanks, Jensen. I'm going to add my thanks for hosting this, wonderful event between last night.
Yeah, it's Jover. It's not over. It's Jover. There's a great company. You could buy Santa instead. They cure type 1 diabetes. What are you waiting for? Why own quantum? That's 20 years away. You heard Jensen? You heard him? He said 20 years. 20 years. Santa just did this shit today. Type 1 diabetes. That's the kind you're born with. That's a big market.
Order partially filled.
I'm buying it right now. Oh, you got to free up some capital to buy Santa? Oh, I hate when that happens. You know what you can do? You can wire transfer some money in. Oh, you know what? Don't do that. Don't do that. Hold on. What you can do is sell all the other stocks in your portfolio and buy SANA. They just cured type 1 diabetes, bruh. You don't need quantum computing. It's all mumbo jumbo. Buy the Santa. That's better. Type 1 diabetes, not type 2. Type 2 is Ozempic and exercise. You might want to sell a little Rigetti, sell a little NVIDIA, sell a little DJT. Just not to pick some stocks at random, but just sell whatever's in your portfolio. And go ahead and buy the new type 1 diabetes cure. It's a big deal. Here's our chart, by the way. You know how hard, how much pain I had to go through? I used to pray for times like this. My whole family was going to do an intervention. Martin, you've really lost it this time. Quantum is the future. You're just a hater. Even the cat looked at me like, give me my food, stupid. That's what I do. What I do. Really? Then I see my brother in the corner. He's got a whole Rigetti t-shirt. Where'd you get that? He just looks away in disgust.
Order partially filled.
All
Order partially filled.
my coworkers sitting there writing quantum code. So what happened? What are you doing? We're supposed to make
Order
Godel.
partially filled.
Godel's a financial information terminal.
Order filled.
That's what our investors invested in. And the programmers are like, I don't care. I'm going to write this QuizKit code. It's the future, Martin. Felt like all the walls were collapsing in. Rigetti. The guy's name's Chad Rigetti. He quit. Chad would be a billionaire right now if quantum wasn't BS and he didn't quit. Or get fired or whatever. Yeah, look, Santa... There's many companies on one hand that have this type 1 diabetes technology. On the other hand, this is probably going to be on Good Morning America tomorrow, where everyone's going to say, wow, they cured type 1 diabetes, and we're in this crazy bull market where Fartcoin is worth $1 billion. You're telling me this company has a cure for type 1 diabetes and it's worth as much as Fartcoin? Oh, that's a good tweet. That's a good tweet. That's a good tweet. I'm not saying you should buy Santa necessarily, but this company cured type 1 diabetes in someone, and you are buying Fartcoin like an epic retard, Hall of Fame nominee, first ballot. First ballot inductee. This is Jensen taking a baseball bat to a dilution refrigerator. That's awesome.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
Holy shit, IonQ 4419. What the hell? What in tarnation? What is this? Why is it going down like that? I bought the quino. I heard them varmints in superposition. I ran over this raccoon. He ain't no superposition. We observed his state. He was dead. We grilled that little fucker up. Made a little raccoon sandwich. A little squirrel roadkill. I don't need Schrodinger's cat. I got Schrodinger's raccoon. Anyway, I'm long as IonQ. I read it on the Wall Street Bets. They said it's the next NVIDIA, and then the NVIDIA guy said it's not the next NVIDIA. And I guess he would know. He would know if it was the next NVIDIA because he made NVIDIA. And they damn asked him if it was the next NVIDIA. And he said 30 years from now we're going to be talking about it. I don't got 30 years. There you go, Jaron. I like that. I'm with you. Bezos invested big time into some startup, drug startup. He put $1 billion in it. Some anti-aging. I generally think anti-aging is kind of BS, but oh, my knee is doing terrible. I need to not sit in a chair all day. No, I don't have any investments from Bezos or Zuckerberg. Not that I know of, at least. I know Bezos is investing in a lot of startups. I don't think Zuck is. I think Zuck invested in some venture capital firms, and those guys invest in some startups. So he's a limited partner. All right. Well, I want to stay here forever, but I got to take a little rest. Do you guys mind if I go take a little rest? Yeah, Bezos was early on everything. All right. Well, trading ends in 2 hours anyway, so we'll see how quantum goes tomorrow. I'll be up bright and early to see how these fireworks go off. But I'll still be trading for the next few hours. But I'll be on Godel. So sign up for Godel, GodelTerminal.com. You can just ping me on there if you want.